Good evening, all. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening of Thursday, and we're at the 12th of October, 2023, and we're at 5:25 p.m., about an hour earlier than I normally do this. So what's going on? Well, we had a good rally going in the stock market until it went up, found resistance, in my opinion, at the 18-day average and sort of stalled. But what caused that? Combination today. First, the 30-year and 10-year Treasury auctions didn't go that well. You only sold 20% of what you wanted to sell in the 30-year, so traders are balking, wanting higher yield. And as you know, we have backed off in some of these from near 5% to the 4.6, 4.5 area, and the market is just questioning, is that enough? You put that together with the idea that you made a trade bottom in some of the stock indices, got up, and you need to pause and consolidate it. That's what I think is going on in a nutshell. Why? CPI and PPI numbers over the past 2 days, they have been hot. They have not come in on the cool side. They've come in on the hot side. All right. So what does it do? It sent the dollar up today nearly 80 points. You heard me, near 80 points, and dropped the heck out of foreign currencies. Well, that's going to be a headwind for all the metal markets. And in the copper market, we're getting tonight PPI and CPI, and they're expected to be ugly in both instances for China. So we'll see where that goes. So when we take a look at gold, it is still very much in the bear camp. This is a weekly chart of closes. You haven't been able to get over this in a long period of time. There is still a gap in the chart here that I still think has every chance of being filled. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. The pattern in the chart was one of a lower low and a higher high. You can get rid of that number back there. I just left it on to show you what it had been doing. And where did you rally to? So often, folks, if you watch what I teach you here, the markets like to go directional one way or the other, but on reactions, you plot your 18, your 20, your 21-day moving average of closes. I prefer the 18, but I'm well aware other people like some other numbers. That should be the zone of the resistance where the market's got to make decisions to do. So when people say to me, where do I think it'll go? Well, out of my magic track, okay, Karnak, which way is it going to go? And boom. That's often the spot that you go to. So where are we when we look at the Bollinger Band? We had that snap when you got over this number and away you went and you came right up here. Now I'm going to show you it when you go to my financial market video. I put some Fibonacci numbers on the S&P to just give you an idea in one of the first charts what that looks like. That should help you with that too. But this is not all that different. The first rally coming up, fighting its battle here. You lost the embedded reading. When you lose an embedded reading, just like a magician pulls stuff out of their hat, I want to do this for you right here. You lose the reading, where should you go? The 18-day average of closes. At the end of this video, I'm going to have my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Folks, take a look at it. See that. You're going to be able to do this yourself if you learn how to do it. You lose that before you get under this low, the odds favor. You're going to make a run to the 18-day average. Will it hit it every time? I wish I could say that. The platinum didn't do it today. Got within, I think, 50 cents of hitting it. You're in the zone. That's what I care about. So as I look at how the markets went, let's come back here this way. Watch. Kaboom. That's all that it's worth to me. Now the market's got to tell me what's the next direction. Is it trending? No. I have a lower low and I have a higher high. When I look at the gold-silver ratio, as long as you stay over the 18-week average, I'll keep the chart in the color of gold because gold is stronger than silver, and that means you might be climbing up this part where you need to add more and more ounces or parts of an ounce of silver to get to the price of gold. When we look at silver, you tell me you didn't make your run for that number. You could still hit it, but you're in the zone right there where the market should have run into resistance today. And it did. You went right up to it. How far away did you get from it? The 18-day average, 22.4430. Today's high, 22.39, and you came from 20.53. So you came up $2, and you tell me you're not into that zone? Okay. You have your thoughts, I have mine. Look, wow. Okay, you could still hit it over the next few days, but you're there. That is the point that I'm making. In the copper market, you are still very much in the bear camp with lower highs, lower lows, very oversold as well. If you continue down, 350, 370, thereabouts, that Bollinger Band should offer you some of the support. And like the silver market, when you lost the embedded reading in the platinum, you got pretty darn close. What is close? Well, you got up here. The high was 902.60, the Bollinger Band's 904, and you came from 850. You rallied $50 and got within $1 or so of that. That is the point that I'm making. You get into these numbers and you got to appreciate where they're at. Are you trending now? You are not. You're void of a trend. And in the dollar, you fell from the upper band when you lost the embedded reading, went to the 18-day average, and you're fighting a battle right there. You're not in a trend. You have upside bias since you're back over the 18-day average. You have a downside on the swing line and an outside day up. So an outside day up signaled what? Very important to learn that. It signaled that the market is saying, until you go back under this low, you've ended that swing to the downside. Now you got to do more work and see where you're going to go. As I said, it's all about understanding, in this particular case, Bollinger Bands. Move your cursor to the top here. There'll be an icon. It'll take you to our website where you understand it, www.iraepstein.com. That is where you go and you find out on the word education about this and my other course on the outside days. I'm Ira Epstein. Empower yourself. I'll talk to you later. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time. And on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein on the road to your education.